Vasili, you have studied extensively and acquired so much experience as an actor, but take us back to your childhood. I feel like a psychologist here, but were you the student who always put up a hand for the lead role in school plays or school musicals? Did you always aspire to acting, or did this aspiration develop over the years of growing up? Tell us a bit about your early stage of this journey.
Well, I'm going to take you through trauma. I feel like everyone that's an actor has a little bit of trauma through it. But no, actually, I went to a high school that didn't really have a drama program, we definitely didn't do school plays. Sometimes the Greek class put on like a Greek play that the Greek teacher wrote. But so I came to acting after high school. I sort of looked at my life after my HSC and I got the mark I got, and so I could do what I wanted. And I was thinking, what do I want to do? What do I really want to do? And when I really thought about it, I was like, I kind of want to do acting and performing. I've never done it before, but let's see what happens. Yeah.
And how important is it for an aspiring actor to study extensively? And what did you gain from all this study that you did?
Well, I think it's important. I don't necessarily know that if it's important to study as an actor, but I think it's important to practice and do things as an actor, and a lot of that is through study. So if you're not working constantly, you need to flex your muscles because they cramp up if you don't. And that's for aspiring actors, and I think that's for established actors as well. You always need to be practicing, because if you don't use it, you will lose it.
Australia is unfortunately an isolated spot in the world, right? And it's a smaller market.
But beautiful.
Right. Oh, it is beautiful, yes it is. But was it inevitable for you to move overseas and have a go there? And why was New York the first step rather than LA?
I don't know that it was inevitable, because I think that you can make a beautiful, wonderful career here. But I think it might have been inevitable for me because I think I really wanted to live overseas. I wanted to experience what it was like to live in another country. So that appeal was there as well, not just for acting. The reason I chose New York first is because I was doing a study with the Actors Studio, and that's in New York. And so I chose New York first. I've done LA since, and I think I prefer LA just because I hate the cold. I'm not a snow person, and New York gets cold. So yeah, I think it was inevitable for me, but I don't think it's always a step for everyone that they need to do to have a successful acting career.
Now, from theatre to film, how natural is this step? Is it hard transitioning between the two?
I hear a lot of people say that, like, oh, they're completely different skills and you really got to small in everything for camera and stuff like that, and I don't necessarily agree. I think they are the same skill fundamentally, you just got to change your mind technically. So for a theatre, you're like projecting to a whole room. For a film, you're mic'd up, you don't need to do that, but you need to be aware of angles and cameras and stuff like that. So I think they're pretty easy, natural progressions if you pay attention to technical aspects. Did that answer the question?
Okay. And what's it like being on sets? Tell us about that experience.
Well, sets vary. So if you're on a big set, like I was on the new Fast and the Furious set earlier this year, and that's a very different experience to being on an indie film filmed in Australia. I mean, they had drones and helicopters filming all around and stunt cars doing tricks, and like thousands of people there for crew and extras and actors, and you know, a lot of buffet tables, which is always good. I like that. That's where you'll find me. And then there's little sets where you guys go for coffee and like hang out, and it's very little. So every set's different, and I mean, I like being on set. I like talking to people.
You've been working now with the Greek-Australian program Meraki TV for 5 seasons. Mm-hmm. You had your own little segment.
Yep.
But this is the first season that you'll be the main host.
Yes.
Right. What does this show have in store for viewers this season?
I think the show is continuing with what people like about it. It's so wholesome, it's so beautiful, and it like connects to the Greek community and promotes the Greek community. And I think that's what people love about it and are going to continue loving about it, and what we're going to continue giving them this season. So I expect more of that lovely, beautiful stuff.
Okay, and your career is growing brighter and brighter. What does the future hold for Demitra Vasili?
Oscars, hopefully. I don't know. I hope good things. I really love acting and doing this kind of thing. So I hope it holds more of that and I can be successful in it and then share my success with others to help them be successful.
Demitra Vasili, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.